Good morning, everyone. It's March 12th, 2019. I'm Eric. So, this ain't going to be an article video. And we will discuss a couple of things. One of which is the direction the world is heading. And some of the motivations behind certain actions taken by our governments. Just a few years ago, chemtrails were called a conspiracy theory. They called anyone who talked about chemtrails tinfoil hat wearer and every manner of derogatory name you could think of. And then suddenly, somehow, they begin to announce the need, so they say, to block the sun. Right? You remember this? That we needed to do this because of climate change. Well, here's the thing. What the climate change is really about, it's not about saving you or the planet or our children. What this climate alarmism is really about is justification. Justification. Not too long from now, they're going to begin calling for volunteers. They'll call them something like euthanasia volunteers. And they'll start with the terminally sick, elderly people. And you don't believe me, and just think about this, these recent infanticide laws. So, it's not unreasonable to think that that would be the next logical step, right? Let's get the terminally sick to volunteer to be euthanized. And then after they get people used to the idea, then they'll go one step further and, maybe it's the homeless people. They call for volunteers from the most poverty-stricken of our nations, right? They'll get some volunteers all the way down the line, but not enough. So then what are they going to do when they run through this process? I mean, we're already being made obsolete by artificial intelligence. I saw an article, I'm not remembering which site I saw it on, but the artificial intelligence society of some sort I don't remember the exact name. They're talking about the number of jobs that have already been taken by AI. And it's more than people think. A lot more. So we're getting into this position where human beings are being made obsolete, and we have a ruling class that wants a massive reduction in population, and we have them making false claims about our climate, and specifically who is the cause of climate change, or what, or both. And they are pointing the finger at humankind, right? So the next logical step is euthanasia for the terminally sick, the elderly, and the homeless. And this has already begun, by the way. They've already begun, or they've already started to euthanize elderly people. Saw that in an article last week. So they started killing babies. Post-birth abortion is what they like to call them. But what it is infanticide, right? They've already started euthanizing elderly people. So the next group of people would have to be the terminally ill. And then the following group of people would have to be the homeless. Right? Does that make logical sense to you? They don't need to take the guns from Americans to do this either. It's only till they get to a certain demographic that they will actually need to take the guns in order to be successful in culling the next group. And that next group is heterosexual white males, specifically white males. You don't have to be Christian. Being heterosexual and white by itself will be enough for them to come after you. You don't believe me? And just take a step back and look at things. Look at how white males, particularly, have been marginalized since at least the early 90s, if not sooner, or before then, right? And then you have the media whitewashing the attacks perpetrated against white people, white males mostly, by people of color. But at the very same time, any little tiny thing of white people do, they freak out, right? They call it racist. They call it everything but what it is. Take the "it's okay to be white" signs, for example. And there's many, many other examples. I mean, many. Right? So, why would they want all these people gone? it's easy to see why they want the terminally ill gone, right? And they are if they don't have insurance, and most people don't, they are draining the resources of people who are younger, or maybe in better health than they are, right? So what it's really about is having more room and more control over the planet and on the planet. This climate alarmism is the justification they will inevitably use, and they already are using it, to justify some genocidal actions like chemtrailing. It will be the justification used to kill all these people. You got to understand, a lot of these people will do it without any resistance. And when they get to the white males, they're going to have a very hard time. Which is why they are moving to take the weapons out of our hands. Which is why they are marginalizing us now, to make it easier, more acceptable later. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall, and eventually only the extremely obedient will be left. Only the extremely obedient, and no one else. Anyway, thought I'd have this discussion with you this morning. I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. If I see any news items today, I will get to them if I can. And I hope everyone has a great day. Till next time, kill the state before the state kills you.